Hello friends, welcome to the Cold War Prepper. My name is Lee and this is the Prepper Pantry haul for the week ending April 22nd, Saturday, April 22nd, 2023. So some of these things were not purchased, I actually acquired them by luck. So the first two we'll start off with a bottle of Glenlivet and a bottle of Macallan. I was over at my sister's yesterday and she told me she had this stuff from Dad's home bar, and both of these had never been opened, and so she said you can take whatever you want. I only took 2 bottles, but I'll probably get some more the next time I go. Then we did pick up some green beans, corn, peaches, pears, cream of mushroom soup, diced tomatoes, tomato soup, and sliced potatoes. We did get some barbecue sauce and some rub, and the reason is because in this that we acquired this week, Helen found dry rubbed pork chops, and so she wants to do that, and this is the Canned Cooker Cookbook Volume 2, and so we're going to be using that and doing the dry rubbed pork chops. So there we go, got that. Okay, so that's for that. A can of pepper, a jar, there we go, of pepperoncini, or banana peppers. We used up the last of the ones we had in the fridge yesterday and on a pizza that we had. And so I went to the pantry and pulled out the oldest jar of banana peppers that we had, put it in the fridge for us to use now. And so this is going to go back into the long-term pantry to replace the one we took out. 4 more of those moist dog foods for the girls. I also picked up a 40-pound bag of food for them, not showing that here. Did pick up 4 padlocks, and these are, the reason I ordered these this way on the Amazon was they all have the same key. So I'm going to put these on foot lockers that I have stuff stored in, and that's going to be to keep those locked. 2 packages of beef stew. I will be doing a beef stew video using my Self-Reliance Outfitters bush pot, and so that's something I look to do here in the near future. Some more mouse and insect glue traps, because I have a feeling rodents will be running rampant after SHTF. We picked up 2 jars of spray cleaner. Now, spray cleaner, disinfectant wipes, hand sanitizer, hand soap, laundry detergent, toilet paper, paper towels, those were all in critically short supply. So I like to pick up extras of those every once in a while, make sure we have plenty of that. As a matter of fact, we did get 2 different trips, so we picked up 3 each trip of the Tide with Downy, and that's the high efficiency HE. And the reason we get this is because I'm allergic to formoterol and formaldehyde, and so I'm not allergic to this. This has no preservatives, but we can only keep about 6 at a time so that they don't go bad. But we could not find this for almost a full year after the lockdown. So that's kind of, we were loading up a little bit on soaps and stuff like that. A jar of Dollar General peanut butter so that we can give that away to our friends less fortunate than we are. 2 cans of Sterno. This is the outdoor Sterno, the higher heat one, not the indoor safe heat. A bag of Bear Creek chicken noodle soup. We'll be doing that in the bush pot as a demo as well. We got some rings and seals, and then some more seals here for regular size instead of the wide mouth. I have a couple cases of regular size jars. That's another thing that we had a hard time finding during the lockdown. Can of any more beef stew, a spray can of Tenactin for it's a powder spray for your feet. You know that in the military, one of the big things we're really big on is taking care of our feet. So making sure you have stuff for antifungal for your feet, foot powder, good socks, keep them dry, take care of your feet. That's one of the most important things you got to take care of. A box of Zatarain's gumbo mix. I'm going to put this one in long-term storage and pull one of the ones we have in long-term storage out. And then I'm going to use some Thrive Life freeze-dried shrimp, and we're going to do a gumbo as well as some I'm not sure if I'll use Thrive's diced chicken or I'll use a can of chicken, but we'll add some chicken to that as well. This is the IFAC. I found it on eBay that was in the Army when I was on active duty. So this is the combat dressing. I think I mentioned the tomato soup and the sliced potatoes. Back behind, this is something from a Alaska Granny, and she was talking about Goya's ham flavoring packets, which is kind of like a bouillon. And so that's going to be fantastic. I ordered that on Amazon. I got a 6-pack by accident. I meant to get the same thing she did, which was a 3-pack. But that's 120 packages of basically ham bouillon. So that'll be good to go with pinto beans, navy beans, almost anything that we'll be cooking. We can add that to it and get some flavoring in there. We did get some more seal meal bags, so I can do some more flour, rice, and other legumes in preparation for SHTF. A new lid for the can cooker, just to have a spare one. We got 3 extra seals besides the one that comes on the cooker lid, and then we got the strainer lid, and that comes with its own seal as well. So we're pretty well set there. I mentioned the fact that we got volume 2 of the can cooker cookbook, the civil defense book. This is the book series that we'll be doing for our next nonfiction book club. So we're going to start off with When Crisis Hits Suburbia. It's only 10 chapters. We'll do 2 chapters a week for 5 weeks, and then we'll come into this one, which is his grid down situation, or prepare your home for a sudden grid down situation. Then I also picked up Dr. Peter Vincent Fry's book, Catastrophe Now, or What Happens If There's an EMP or a CME. I was watching Suspicious Observers, and evidently there was a flare that erupted, and it looks like late Sunday evening we're going to have an M-class, almost an X-class flare hitting the U.S. We're not expecting anything dramatic as far as a Carrington event or anything like that, but we are expecting some anomalies to occur. And, of course, we have the weakening magnetic field around the U.S., around the Earth. So it could at some point in the near future become problematic, but right now we're not going to worry about it. Okay, so that's where we are. Let me know what you're doing, what your thoughts are. Am I being silly with the stuff that I'm doing, or is it providing you some good insights? Anyhow, remember that we're all in this together, so we can come out the other end together. Please be kind, polite, and respectful to each other, because togetherness is the key. Take care. Bye-bye.